We are in the jet age where everybody and everything is moving and life is on the fast lane. But have you asked yourself where we are rushing to and how we are rushing to less, and hurrying is making us lazier and have less and more stress? I see a lot of people doing much very fast and achieving less, and I wanted us to look into this and see how we can rush to more and rush to less. If you want more, then let's go into this.
My acechina. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the mayor of house. Welcome to my daily insights into my daily quotes with my ace, where I give you a longer, deeper insight into my daily quotes for deeper secrets for your accelerated results.
And today's quote says, hurry sometimes takes longer. Move fast, but don't be in a hurry. There is no time to waste. We live in an age that there is no time. Yes, we waste a lot of time. Waste time on social media, waste time scrolling, waste time trying to find shortcuts, waste time trying to find loopholes. We waste time trying to do a lot of things that waste time. And we seem to be in a hurry, but we are never arriving. Where are we going to? What are we trying to achieve? Some of us at the age of 30 are still jumping up and coming down, but our parents at the age of 21 already owned their own houses, got married, and had kids. So are we really moving faster, or we're just hurrying? Because hurrying is a frenzy and a frantic movement that has no observation and no calmness to get much. My people used to say in Igbo land that the rat that bites a lot of things does not eat a lot of things, but there's a rat that will face one thing and finish eating it. So instead of rushing to less and hurrying and wasting your life and your time, instead of worrying and rushing, you need to take time for introspection for you to get a better life. And the best meme that has shown this my meme of the year, where everybody is getting set to take the race, but the real people that get ahead in this age have to go back in introspection and load the catapult that will fire them ahead of others. So if you can stop scrolling, stop rushing, stop hurrying, and then you can get these 6 timeless things that those that hurry lose. Those that hurry lose the most valuable thing, and that is observation. The first loss you have when you're hurrying is that you don't see, and that's why Oxford Standard say eyes that look are many, but eyes that see are few, because seeing requires calming down. Seeing requires being still. The more still you are, the more unruffled you are, the calmer you are, the clearer you can see. The second is lost learning. When things happen frantically and you run past life and you allow life to run past you, you don't learn, because you see the action, you see the movies, but you don't calm down to analyze them enough to pick the lessons. Even the things that happen to you, you're in a hurry to react to them, that you don't create the window for you to learn. And that's why Stephen Covey in his book says responsibility has to do with the window between stimulus and response. If you react immediately, you lose the learning window between the stimulus and your analysis and response. So the second thing you lose for hurrying is lost learning. The third is lost resources. When you're in a hurry, you make mistakes that you lose the resources and you have to repeat the process. And those losses sometimes are so painful. I made a lot of mistakes when I was hurrying to beat what I was supposed to do in 10 years. I wanted to do them in 10 months. And I ended up in prison owing a lot of money because I was looking for shortcuts and I wanted to get it on time. So I lost resources and I also lost the next thing, which is lost time. When you're in a hurry and you make a mistake, let's say for instance, there are 100 meters for you to run through and you run at a speed of 50 and it will take you 10 minutes to get to the end, and you run at the speed of 50 and you get to the end. But you're in a hurry, and if you run at the speed of 100, it will take you 5 minutes to get to the end. You decide to run at a speed of 100, but because you are not observant, you are not learning, you trip and you fall, and you needed to be treated for 30 minutes, and then you continue again and finish the journey in 5 minutes. 5 plus 30 is 35 minutes. The guy that ran at half your speed arrived there in 10 minutes. You that were in a hurry, you arrived there in 35 minutes. So lost time is another thing you lose for hurrying. The next thing you lose is lost living. This is the one that I don't know the generation of parents, but they've lost this so much. that the result is coming back and the chicken is coming home to roost. In so many of these children that don't have parental care because we lost the time to be with our wives, we lost the time to be with our children when we were in the frenzy of rushing to work and rushing to do every other thing but failing to live. Earning a salary every day and paying school fees for your children, providing them a house, buying them phones and fine toys is not living. True living has to do with bonding, praying, spending quality time together, and building relationships. When you are in a hurry, you also have a loss of lost living. Finally, the most important and the most painful of all is that when you're in a hurry, you lose memories and records. And I believe that when we leave this earth, the only two things we will leave is the memory we'll leave the earth with and the memory we'll leave other people with. When we're in a hurry, we don't impress on other people good memories and records. When we're in a hurry, we don't impress on ourselves good memories and records. And we've spent 100 years on earth hurrying. And when you're asked the memorable times and the blissful times of your life, you can't even remember anyone because you were such in a hurry you couldn't stop to smell the flowers and the roses, and you never got memories and records. So these 6 losses are the greatest losses that comes from hurrying. And speed is advised, but hurrying is not advised. Never be in a hurry. You can be quick, you can move fast, but if you hurry, you lose lost observation, you have lost learning, you have lost the resources, you have lost time, you have lost living, and you have lost memories and records. So stop hurrying and stop rushing and take your time to get more out of life for you to become more. And remember, our quote for the day says, hurrying sometimes takes longer. Move fast, but don't be in a hurry. There's no time to waste. Time is life. That's why it's called a lifetime. And wasting time is wasting your life. Don't waste your life today by hurrying to avoid these 6 losses. So tell me in the comments below, which of these did you not know you lose when you are hurrying? That you've been hurrying without considering. The one that used to happen to me, that I lost a lot of money and a lot of learning and a lot of observation, was lost learning. Number 2, I used to observe that people made money, but I wasn't observing enough to learn. When I observed enough to learn, I now understood that in the story of the tortoise and the hare, the tortoise always wins because he stops to observe, stops to learn, stops to get resources, stops to save time, stops to live, and stops to save memories. So I would like to know which one you've been missing because you are hurrying. And sometimes when you hurry, you miss all the money because you might be working on money and you could pick money from the ground, but you are hurrying and you miss it. To see how you can pick money from the ground and learn how you can exploit the wealth of the earth, click on this video above and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, Lele, it is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional and I deeply love and appreciate you. Hey, Lele, don't just watch to learn, watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and click the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.